I was trying to show a different way of working with cultural heritage. I mean, mostly the objects you would have in a museum, in the collections, because mostly, or a strong tradition is to use a scientist, an archaeologist, or someone else to tell us the very big story about Bronze Age or Iron Age or something like that. But I'm more of a cultural historian, and try to put different perspectives brought up from, traditional humanistic values, and to pose those, because I think it's very important nowadays in the media society, where we don't have very much space for, discussions around sort of heavy questions like friendship, death, sorrow, that kind of love and that kind of things. And the good society, as Bernd was talking about in the morning, or just being a human being. What is that? That goes back to the ancient Greeks, but still, the questions are there. So I'm trying to use cultural heritage in a different way, maybe, or in a slightly different way, to pose those questions, because I think they're important today. And what I did this morning was to show how you can use a workshop to start off, say, a week of studying in a context, in a people's high school, where you can have, say, half a day on Monday to start those discussions, and that would work as an inspiration for the students to go further. I mean, what can you do the rest of the week? I'm interested in human rights, I'm interested in Palestine, I'm interested in, something else that they were bringing up here. And then people can go on walking along those lines and do it together in dialogue, because this is not about telling people, it's not about teaching, it's about dialogue between the teacher and the students, and among the students themselves especially. So it opens up, it's sort of a starter for a week or a month or a year, where you can specialize in topics you are interested in. So I was trying to show how you can do this, and how it gets people to move and to be interested, and to communicate very much with each other. And they were talking. Did you see them? They were talking a lot. So that was it.
Okay.
There isn't a recipe. You have to use yourself, your own experience, your own interest, because otherwise you're not really engaged. You're not true in this situation. That's very important, I think. But I didn't know anything about this group. I haven't met them before, but I thought they were rather well educated. They were sort of common with or used to cultural heritage in one way or the other. So I thought it was important to sort of break up their professional identity. They don't have to be, the profession sitting here, to get them to play a bit. So I have this tray with the objects when they came, some with just small toys, small stones, 3 toys, 3 screwdrivers, 3 pieces of amber, and something more. And they picked it. And my experience is that you pick certain objects, and that made groups. It was sort of playing like in nursery school or so. And mostly it works. And then I gave them just 2 questions about, or 1 question, I think, to discuss, just to form the group, to meet the first time, make friends, talk about eternal values, sort of list them. And we got them on the paper. Both times it worked very well. You get friendship, you get playing, you get social interaction, and that kind of things. Very important values, all of them. So then they knew each other, and I got on, talking about the Bronze Age, about a Europe without borders, without nations, without some other things I have forgotten now, but a very, very different Europe. And I showed them a stone axe that is my own, and what it makes to people. and how you can use cultural heritage to sort of people be open-minded, move. And then they could, that was very good. I mean, we had the objects from the Museum of National Antiquities, and they could choose the objects. They can look at the map of Europe during Bronze Age, and they could start thinking about connections, social interaction, cultural heritage, whatever. It was rather free, and they don't have to tell everyone everything they have discussed, just a few glimpses of what was there. And then I connected to the present situation with Berlin Wall, with Palestine and Russia. And they didn't have to sort of tell us other, because this is very delicate. It's a difficult question, really. Russia is very difficult, Israel and Palestine even more. So they were sort of finishing, looking into the future. What will happen in 200 years, or 50, or 5 years, if we don't start thinking about those things in different ways, sort of twist our minds, understanding differently. And that is very much, to me, it's very much a dialogue between different cultures, different everything. But humanity is there all the time. I don't speak Arabic, but still, I can talk about trust and faith and that kind of things with the Palestinian, I'm sure, or Hebrew. That was it.